Hello, this is Dr. James West of West Ministries International. I want to speak to you in general, particularly to those who work with pastors, leaders, corporate executives, and your particular role is to work directly with your leader or your pastor. You may be known as an armor bearer, adjutant, or personal security. There's a lot that you need to know that maybe you don't know, and hopefully this time I spend with you will be helpful. Too many times I've gone places, whether it be churches, offices, where I've always found the leader to be very, very vulnerable. There are people assigned to take care of the leader, but are not doing a great job of it based on my observation. I have been a professional armor bearer, personal security executive for well over 35, 40 years. So perhaps I can share some things with you. And if you feel that I can possibly come to your company, your church, your organization, and do some seminars for you and do some training, some teachings in the area of security, but more particularly in personal protection of your leader, I would be glad to speak with you and arrange for that to happen. But in the meanwhile, just pay close attention to some nuggets I want to share with you. I won't keep you long, but I feel that this is very, very necessary, and hopefully that it will help you in your job, again, whether it be you being an armor bearer at your church, personal security at your church, or for your boss, your corporate executive. If you're in the personal security business, I know this will help you as it has helped me over the years. So just listen very carefully. There are bullet points that I want to share. Be a fly on the wall with a sharp eye and give full attention. Always paying close attention to your leader and the things that concern him or her. Be a strategist. Know how to think. Be a good thinker. Your boss, your leader, your pastor does not want you around him or her. Call yourself taking her. Let me tell you, put it this way. It is more than carrying a briefcase and opening the car door. You have to understand the whole nature of security. You have to know evil. You have to know how people are. You have to know how to deal with folks at all times, because you never know when you will be called into action to protect the life of your leader. Be attentive to everything and everybody. Learn the business of your leader. Learn the environment. Learn the people around you. Learn movement. Learn how to see out of the back of your eyes. You never know how much that's going to help. Be aware of your present territory. Be, when you're alone, know how to carry out the orders of your leader. Be realistic. Be willing to train others to do what you do. In other words, as the Bible is plainly stated, be fruitful and multiply. Be as close as a blood relative to your leader. This is your life. This is your responsibility. Do him or her like you would have yourself done if you were, in fact, in a leadership position. Communicate in a language only that is unique only to your leader and yourself. Learn how to read the eyes, know the emotion, know the movements, even if you have to develop some signals, but know how to move at the blink of an eye, because you may have just only a less than a second to make a difference of life and death in a situation or of serving and taking care of your leader. Know how to do your reconnaissance and your intel. No escape routes. Always have a backup plan. Whenever you're told that you're going to travel to a certain location, know the traffic, know driving patterns. Have things on your cell phone, apps that will help you to negotiate traffic. If you have to travel outside of the country, know about the city, the country or the state. Know about the place where you're going. Again, check in with security there. Check in with the police department if you have to. get some type of mapping of the situation. And if you have a large ministry or a large organization, you may want to send somebody ahead of time to check out the location a day or so, and then be ready to receive you and your primary party when you arrive to that particular city or that location. Give full attention in the most unimaginable situation. In other words, don't let nothing get away from you. Pay a close attention to everything and everybody. And if you think it can happen, it will happen. It may not necessarily be some kind of nutcase who comes into your organization with a gun wanting to hurt somebody. You have to treat everybody kind. You have to love everybody. You have to be tenderhearted to everybody. But know that that same person with a smile on their face may be the one that's bringing destruction. You don't want to be paranoid. You want to be relaxed, but you want to be sharp enough, physically in shape, mentally and emotionally strong, and ready for anything. So you're constantly training. You're constantly creating scenarios and looking at other situations, studying tapes, studying videos, know how other professionals do it. You find a weak point in what they're doing and you make it even better. Give full attention to the head no matter what's going on. That boss, that leader needs to know that all they have to do is look at you and you're ready to move. If they need you to do something for them, be ready to do it, know how to do it. Be equipped to do it. Be educated enough to do it. Be spiritually sound enough, discerning enough to do what is necessary. Have an answer anytime you're asked a question by your leader. Study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman need not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. Study, study, study. Know what he or she needs to know. So if something happens where they cannot perform, you can perform for them. But know how they're thinking, know their feelings, know their emotions, know everything about those that you are guarding, securing, and protecting. Have available a group of persons to assist you in doing your job. Have a relationship with them as your leader has with you. Have a team of people that you can rely on. And as you have been trained, you train them. As I'm telling you to think like your leader, you want them to think like you and to be there to serve you as you serve the leader, because it's all about teamwork. Keep your eyes, here's some very good advice. Keep your eyes and ears open and your mouth closed at all time. Only speak when you have to speak. Only talk when you're given permission to talk. Only answer when you are asked a question, but be there with your eyes and ears open. See everything, hear everything, and only speak when it's necessary. And be ready for action again at all time. I cannot emphasize that enough. Know all of the players involved in the life of your leader. Everybody on the staff. You never know who can flip at any given moment and all of a sudden go wild and crazy and bring harm to your leader. Know and understand how to respond to nonverbal communication points. Know the heart of your leader. Anticipate decisions and be ready to make the same type of decision that the leader would make if you were given charge to make that decision. Know the medical and health needs of your leader. Not everything is done in the office. Know who his doctor or medical people are. Know who the emergency contacts are. Have that not only in your phone, but have it memorized so you can be ready at any given moment. Remember, your job is to take care of that person. The more you know about your principal, the better you will be able to serve and protect. And remember, it is not just physical. It is not about carrying a gun or doing karate or know how to take somebody down with a judo or whatever. But it's about knowing what makes your person comfortable, secure in their feelings and their emotions. And remember, it is your job to make sure they're able to do their job with all sense of comfort, security, and protection. Know when to be present and know when to be absent. Learn to change your role to serve the needs of your leader. Your security. If you actually go to the store, go to the store. If you're driving the car, make sure the car is gassed up. Make sure the car is serviced in tip-top shape at all times. You never know that you have to take a long trip and you only have a short notice to do it. And here's another note, especially if you're traveling outside the country. Make sure that you are very aware of all the type of things involved with travel. Get a passport and keep it active. Have a situation involved with entrance and exit from the airport so that you can get your leader in and out as fast as possible. They have devices and situations when you're checking in where you don't have to stand in line. Minimize the time that it takes for you to get your leader from point A to point B. Learn to give your leader his or her privacy. There are times when you can best do security by not even being present, but being around and being available. If they're going to be in a room by themselves, you step out. If they want you to take them someplace to a restaurant, they have a private party, and they feel they'll be okay without you, don't be in the restaurant, but be close by. Whenever they tell you, I don't need you, I need you. To not be there and know why you don't have to be there is the same as being there. And again, learn how to think like your leader. Know his or her thoughts. Know what's on their minds at all times. It's very important that you do that. Perform all necessary duties. Position yourself to know those who oppose your leader. If they have enemies, if they have people that don't like them, if they have people that brings them irritation, know who they are. Even if at times you have to sit down and talk with your boss and ask them particular questions and let them know that you need that information so that it can enhance your ability to do your job for them and with them. Relate to the staff of other leaders that relate to your leader. That, for instance, if somebody comes to the office or there's another pastor who's coming over to your church or your ministry, know his security people. Know the people that takes care of him. There are times when the two pastors or the two leaders need to be alone and you're in another room. Make sure that they are taken care of. Make sure that your guests are secure themselves. If you want to provide a little snack, have a little private room for them to relax in while you're being close to both leaders, do that. Relating to those other security people of your pastor or your leader's guests is just as important as taking care of the leader, him or herself. Understand the leader's most personal pain and dark moments. That's true security. Know what makes them tick. Know their feelings, their emotion. And know as much as they would allow you to know. Know what their spouse or their special friends are thinking. Know the minds of people around your leader because other people have a grave effect on how your leader thinks and how he or she acts. So you got to know all of those people at all times. When the leader is away, still make sure he or she's covered. If there's a personal trip they have to take, and it's not one that they want to take you on, you still know where they're going and make some type of contact in that area and make sure that even though you are not there physically, that your leader is covered. Most important of all, like a marriage, this is until death do you part. Now, this is not a part-time job. Once given the responsibility, until God or that leader totally releases you from everything, the job is over, the job is done. You or he or she may be moving out of town and it's not a place for you to go. I can name thousands of reasons why, but in other words, you do your job until your job is complete. And it's not over until God says it's over. And when that leader says, God our Father, and your leader says, job well done, thy good and faithful servant, you have been faithful over a few things. Now I'm going to make you ruler over many. You yourself, if you have any aspirations about leadership, particularly in the pastoral role, know that the job that you're performing for your leader, for your pastor, in itself is training for one day that God may use that position to prepare you to be a leader among others. And what better training to have than in the service of the leader that you love, admire, and you're willing to put your life on the line for. That person who's in charge is so important to your organization. And you have to do to him or her as you would have done to yourself. Don't take it lightly. Church, office, outside, inside, wherever the organization exists, wherever the playground is, wherever the meeting place is, wherever that moment that exists, where your leader operates at his or her best, that is where you are to serve at your best. At any given moment, anything can happen that will cause harm, hurt, and danger. Be ready, do your job, and remember it is not over until it's over. I hope this message, this time, these points have been help to you. And if I can do anything for you, if I can come to your organization and give some training, professional training, 35, 40 plus years of serving in the body of Christ, serving as a professional armor bearer, serving as a security specialist, have traveled all over the world and done seminars and teachings in ministry, and especially in the matter of security and protection. Just call me, Dr. James A. West, 770-362-7165. Again, Dr. James West, 770-362-7165. Or you can email me at jwestministries@aol.com. And if you would like to go on my website, westministries.org or www.westministries.org. If I can help you, if I can serve you, if I can perform security for you, if you have comfort in my ability to protect and serve you, you have my information. Let me hear from you. God bless, and I look forward to more time together with you as you continue to learn and train and develop yourself. And I'm glad you're letting me be a part of what you're doing.